Okay? So if the flexors are here on the arm, flexors are here on the leg. Okay? Extensors are here, right? That means our extensors are here. Do not confuse with the palm of the hand with the sole of the foot, because they're not top and bottom. They're side and side. Okay? Lateral and medial. Okay? Make sure you use the same arm when you check it. Don't use the opposite arm, because if you grab the opposite arm, you're going to have it wrong. Okay? This is easier than trying to figure it out on you. And you can do it on you too, because when you stand like this, medial is your flexors, so medial is your flexors on your legs. But it's just a little quicker if you just check it with the cat. Okay? So, now remember, I'm going to kind of hold my cat like this to do it, but when you test, your cat's going to be sideways. You're never going to have a cat that's sitting like this to you, because they're on trays. So the trays are always sideways. Okay? So, we're going to start with the front of this cat. What bone do I have here? Tibia. You have an anterior part of your tibia. You have a posterior. Anterior means front, posterior means back. So we have an anterior, or tibialis anterior in the front. In the back, tibialis posterior. Don't confuse this with the tibialis posterior, because this is not against the bone. This is against the bone. Tibialis anterior, tibialis posterior. Okay? So come over back here to the tibialis anterior, come over here to this side. Okay? Now when it comes to flexors and extensors on the leg, you have 4 muscles on the extensor side, 2 muscles on the flexor side. Okay? Now you only have 1 muscle that's named a flexor on the extensor side. Okay? Anything that starts with flexor or extensor on the leg is always ends in longus. Okay? So in other words, if you have a extensor digitorum longus, that is not on the arm. Don't confuse that with the cats love us up on the arm, because that's an extensor digitorum lateralis. Longus is leg. You're going to beat that in your head. If it's extensor and flexor, longus is always leg. Okay? So, our first muscle right here on the extensor side, extensor digitorum longus. Okay, now we have 4 muscles on this side, right? Only one of them is an extensor. That's our one extensor. When we come over here, what bone do we have here?
The
Fibula. The fibula is also called what? You guys know?
No.
It's also called a peroneal. This is a peroneal bone. Okay? It has 2 names. Tibia, or fibula, and peroneal. These are peroneus muscles. That's why they're called that. Okay? You have 3 of them. You have a longus, tertius, brevis. Okay? To remember the order, they go one on top of the other. They're layered. Okay, hold up your 3 fingers here. What does brevis mean?
short.
Where's your short muscle? Here.
pinky.
Longus is?
Middle.
Okay, no. What's the long finger? Where's your long finger?
The middle finger.
Yeah, that's what I meant, the middle finger, sorry.
Tertius would be in the middle, right? They're layered like this. Top, middle, bottom. Okay? So that's how you can always remember what order they're in. So I pick up my top muscle and I have a peroneus
Longus.
longus. I pick up my second one, I have a peroneus tertius. Those both lie on top of what?
The brevis.
The brevis.
Peroneus brevis. Okay? Now, we have 4 muscles on the extensor side, right? Muscle number 1, extensor digitorum longus. What's left?
The
3 peroneals.
Longest.
Okay?
Yeah,
longus,
longus,
tertius,
tertius.
brevis. That's how you're going to remember your 4 muscles over
What was
here.
the first one again?
Number 1,
Uh-huh.
extensor digitorum longus. That's your only extensor on this side.
Okay.
And then you have 3 peroneals. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, let's roll it over. Now we're on our flexor side. You only have 2 muscles over here. If my first muscle on my extensor side is an extensor digitorum longus, what do you think the first muscle on my flexor side is?
flexor digitorum longus.
Pretty easy, right? The only thing left is a flexor hallucis longus. That's this right here. It looks like a tendon. Okay? Do you guys know what the hallucis is? Do you remember?
No.
No.
The hallucis is your big toe. So what does the
Okay.
flexor hallucis longus do?
Flexus the big toe.
Do you need a very big muscle for that?
No.
No. Look at how tiny that muscle is.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Maybe. Not this time.